This will be interesting. Also, I got my fucking parents in the next room over, so this will be fun.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Cy, and I am joined by Mumkey Jones.
I'm Mumkey Jones here. Everyone #subscribe to Cy.
No, Mumkey. If you're gonna play a Mumkey character, you would have to say #unsubscribe from Cy, and then you'd have to follow up with implying you were subscribed in the first place, winky face.
Of course.
Now, Cy, I have some bad news about the last podcast.
Well, I think I know what it is, but please go ahead.
You put forth the very ambitious goal of 600 dislikes.
Was that unfortunately? Ambitious? I mean, for our audience, I think we could have done it, honestly.
I would say it's definitively ambitious when we only made half of our goal, I think. I think we're around 300. So I think that's the definition of ambitious, where the reality is half of what you were aspiring to.
Maybe. Or it could be that we weren't ambitious enough and everyone else was lazy as shit, which I think is the far more likely option. So I think we need to shoot even fucking higher this time. Okay. I think 1,000 fucking dislikes on this video. What do you think? Can we do it?
I mean, I think if this video has 1,000 views, there's no excuse. I was about to say,
I'm pretty sure that's more views than this video is going to get, but I think we could do it somehow. I think, we just have to make our fans hate us that much more. We have to accomplish this.
By our fans, do you mean my fans who are, being forced into this 30-minute Cy podcast and they don't want to be here?
Well, there are, one or two guys who come from my Twitter. So our fans, really. It's a joint effort when you think about it.
I think Cy's Twitter isn't utilized enough. Most people don't know this, but you have a Twitter, but it has a couple hundred followers, right?
Yeah, not nearly enough is the point.
No. So the point is, I think everybody on Twitter, don't follow Cy, but harass him. Send him a bunch of mean photos. Even though he just lost 80 pounds, call him fat, and just all this really mean shit. Just harass Cy on Twitter. This is my public outcry right now.
Oh man,
he probably I just weighed myself, and you probably weigh less than me since you've been on a diet, and I've just been bulking up on Cheetos and Dr. Pepper.
The best way to bulk up.
Yep. The healthiest way.
Yes, of course. It's recommended in all the diet books.
What's the thing that Max says on It's Always Sunny? He's cultivating mass, and that's why he was so fat for season 7.
I don't know. I've never seen It's Always Sunny.
All right, Cy.
It's Always Sunny is for fags.
No, that's patently untrue. This show is Cy tries to get Mumkey into X, and it's been a pretty wholesome show. He tries to get me into stuff like Undertale, Portal, all these family-friendly games that have huge fan bases and everybody can adore and love. So, Cy, what wholesome, family-oriented thing are you trying to get me into today?
Well, today we're going to dive into the dark, depressing, Cthulhian realms of my fetishes.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, God,
You've gone too far. It's not too late, everybody. Unplug the podcast. Take your computer and throw it in the Atlantic Ocean. It's not too late. You don't have to hear this shit.
Unplug the podcast. It's coming in over the fucking, Morse code wire or some shit.
So if you're trying to get me into one of your fetishes, does that mean you, want to fuck me in the asshole or what?
It could mean that. It could also mean that you came up with the idea.
I don't know. I don't
One
know
of
what
the
you're
two,
talking about.
probably.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That said, as the gayest man on the planet, it's probably more likely that I'm trying to get you into it so that we can do butt stuff together.
Yeah, sure. Cy, what fetish are you trying to convince me to, I guess, fetishize today?
Gender bending, which is one of the most fun fetishes out there.
Is that like airbending, like Avatar, where you can make a gender appear with magic and shoot somebody with it?
Sort of. You see, gender bending is the art of, levitating people, specific genders, like women, for example, and then, force pushing them against the wall. So it's sort of like airbending, but you have to, it's specifically women. Had that power. Yeah.
If Roger had the power to, force choke all women, I don't think he would have failed in his day of retribution.
Indeed, although thank Christ he didn't have, fucking blood bending or some shit. God knows how many people he could have killed / raped that way. Jesus.
That would have been my ideal world. The world would have been untwisted for one short day.
Holy shit. I'm thinking about that now. I really want the fucking Avatar Elliot Rodger crossover where he's a bloodbender. That'd be fucking awesome. Holy
and
shit.
he calls Aang a fucking normie.
Yes, exactly.
Because he talks to a girl.
Exactly. Oh, Christ, I want to see this now. This sounds... Okay, a fucking Mumkey's audience. You all fucking love Elliot Rodger. Presumably, you're all not retarded enough to like Avatar The Last Airbender too.
I wouldn't go that far. They're probably all retarded if they're listening to this.
That's true. Okay. Well, I promise you'll like Avatar The Last Airbender. Go watch it. Turn off fucking Blue's Clues. Go watch Avatar The Last Airbender. And
that famous anime Blue's Clues. It's on every screen.
Yes. Well, I mean, they're retarded, right? So that's probably what they're watching. So,
if you're retarded, you're probably not watching Blue's Clues because that's an educational program. You're probably watching, I don't fucking know, like Family Guy or something.
Yeah, okay, good point. Okay, so turn off Family Guy, go watch Avatar The Last Airbender. Then, when that's all done, write the most epic crossover / fic ever. And I will, promote it on Twitter or something. I don't fucking know.
I think we need somebody in the comments to keep track of how many times Sai unironically says the word epic.
Quite a few.
It's like
quite
this whole
a fucking few.
If Sai's opening his mouth, it's either the word epic or the word fuck.
That or the word greetings.
That's very fucking epic. Greetings! Sai, we're getting off track. What is gender bending and why should I jerk my dick to it?
Okay, so gender bending is the process of a guy turning into a girl or a girl turning into a guy.
Okay, so did you get this fetish watching that episode of Fairly Odd Parents when Timmy turns into a girl?
No. The earliest I can remember, if we're talking about gender bending in kid shows and shit, I remember really liking the fucking episode in Ben 10 where Ben and Gwen swap bodies. Although that's not gender
with his
bending.
own sister?
Yes. Although it's not gender bending so much as
incest.
body swap, which is a closely related but not quite the same thing fetish.
So it's like a Freaky Friday, only you become a chick.
Yes, exactly.
So that new movie Your Name, I bet you were all over that shit.
Yes, I was. I do believe, in fact, in the very first episode of this podcast, my extremely hilarious joke at the intro was that I had just got finished jacking off to Your Name for the 47th time that day. I'm going for 50 today, baby.
Okay.
I'm on a hot streak.
About time we break a record on this show.
Indeed. I'm doing it right fucking now.
So what's the appeal? Why do you want to wake up as a girl?
Well, I mean, for the obvious...
You already got tits, so what else can you do?
Well, yes, but the tits are rapidly fading, you see, as a result of this whole diet thing that I've been doing.
See, I don't get it. Why are you going on a diet if you're going to lose your tits? It seems contrary to your fetish.
It does, but when you consider that I also like lowlies, and that when I'm thin, I can cosplay as a lowly, then it all makes sense, right?
Yeah, that does make sense, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. So the thinner I get, the more lowly-ish I could potentially look, right? And then I can fucking cosplay like Nymph and Megumin and shit, and it'll be fantastic.
Did you say Mega Man?
Megumin.
What the fuck is that?
It's the character from Konosuba, the one in the cute red hat. Also, my mother is calling me right now on Skype, and I'm very curious if we should let her in this conversation or not.
Your
I wonder
mother?
what she would think of it. Yeah, she's calling me right now on Skype. She can't. I hung up on the call, but I'm very curious what she would think of this conversation had I answered and then muted her, so we just continued talking.
You accidentally butt answered instead of butt dialed, and now she hears you talking about your weird fetish.
Exactly. Let's not do that. It sounds like an awful idea.
Sai, just let's play through your fantasy. You wake up tomorrow morning and you're in the body of, I guess, your ideal girl. Is that a 6-year-old lowly with no tits, or what's your ideal girl?
Ideal girl, probably something like Tomoko from Sora no Tashimono. Which,
okay, that's fair.
Funnily enough, is the gender-bent version of the main character, Tomoki. So that ties in really nicely to the current topic, actually.
Wait, who's Tomoki?
Tomoki is the main character of SNL. And in episode 11, he uses the quantum change device to transform himself into a girl, to gender bend himself.
Wait, and when you say Tomoko, are you talking about...
Tomoki gender bend.
Oh, you're not talking about Tomoko from It's Your Guys' Fault I'm Not Popular?
No. Different character.
Watamote? Okay, I was thinking of Watamote. And
No.
When you said
character.
that was the perfect girl, I was in agreement with you, but now I'm not so sure.
No, that Tomoko is trash. She's awful.
Oh, fuck you. Next episode is Mumkey tries to get Sai into Tomoko.
Fucking Watamote is the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life.
Yeah, it's called being relatable.
No, it's not. It's called, like, awful. It's like watching a slow motion train wreck is the appeal of that show, and I just can't.
Yeah.
I fucking
do you
can't.
like The Office with Steve Carell?
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Is that also a slow motion train wreck?
Oh yeah, every episode it's just cringe humor with Michael Scott making an ass of himself, and it's the funniest American sitcom ever made, in my opinion.
I see. Okay, well, Tomoko from Sorno Tashimono, who is the female version of Tomoki, is probably my ideal woman. Unfortunately, it's a guy, which kind of sucks. It kind of sucks when I'm like, yeah, this is like the perfect example of what I would love in a girlfriend, except, she secretly has a dick like 99% of the time.
So does that make you gay if you want to fuck somebody who has gender bent into a woman? Or is it straight because they're a woman?
That's interesting. And I've thought about this a lot because I think I'm probably
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, no. I think that I'm quite honestly probably the gayest straight guy in existence.
Yep. Isn't that called Metro, or is that something else?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I view sexuality like a spectrum, right? Much like the autism spectrum that you and I are on.
Or the gender spectrum. All those things that exist.
Yeah, the gender spectrum, the sexuality spectrum isn't just, straight or gay or lesbian or whatever the hell. It's a colorful rainbow of different sexualities, right?
Yeah, you're full on rainbow right now.
Indeed. Very, very true.
Okay.
Very true.
Sai, you wake up in the body of this Tomoko bitch. What's the first thing you do? And give me a play-by-play of what your day is like in the body of this woman.
Well, I wake up and I probably do the your name thing, which is like the holy shit.
Just grab your tits?
Yes, exactly that. Then I jerk off, or I guess Jill off in that case. So, and then I continue doing that. Presumably this is like a 24-hour thing, right? So
Sure.
I do that until my 24 hours are up, and that's my day. I never leave the room.
You just masturbate all day?
Pretty much, yeah.
I do see the appeal of that because, I think everybody is curious to see what,
It's
sexual
like from the
pleasure
other
feels
side.
like from the other side. Yeah, because there's no way of knowing. It's
Exactly.
like a woman can never know what it's like to get hit in the balls. A man can never know what it's like to give birth, and we also can't know what the pleasure's like. So it just as a human being with curiosity and interest, this is inherently interesting to me to know what it would feel like. But I don't really see it as a fetish rather than like a scientific discovery to do some, field lab research to find out what it feels like to flick this fucking bean, baby.
I just imagine you waking up in the fucking body of a girl, and you're like, okay, time to do some lab research.
Yeah, I'll put on my lab coat. I'll get out my test tubes. I'll make a chart, I'll make a bar graph of the pleasure at each interval, and
Indeed, yes,
the best strategies.
Exactly that is what I had in mind, and it's an amazing image. Just you in the body of a girl jerking off with a lab coat on. That's
you gotta wear goggles for safety
picture.
in case I accidentally squirt juice into my fucking eyes.
Oh god, that's an please, for the love of Christ, someone draw fan art of that. For the love of Christ, please, someone out there, please.
Scientist gender bent Mumkey doing a test to see if masturbating feels good.
No, yeah, okay. Scientist gender bent Mumkey jerking off with an Erlenmeyer flask. That image is what's in my head right now, and it's fucking amazing. I need this to exist.
All right, so we get it. You want to jerk off, or you want to Jill off.
Yes.
Is that the extent of the fetish? You don't want to go out and be a whore and realize, oh yeah, when you're a girl, relationships are easy. All guys just want to fuck you immediately. Don't you want to know what it feels like to get a 6-inch hard cock going inside you as a girl? Because it's not gay if you're a female, right?
Very true. It's what you're saying is very true. And this goes back to me being the gayest straight guy that I know.
Just say it with me. I want a hard cock inside me. Go ahead, say it.
I'll pass, but thanks though.
Okay. Nobody isolate that audio.
Yes. So that does sound appealing if the gender bend thing was actually the case. Like, I definitely would, if given the opportunity, try that out. Just,
fuck
if
a
the
dude.
circumstance was aligned. Although that said...
You wouldn't get a dildo first? You'd just go fuck a dude?
Well, you got to work up to it, right? So, I mean, you start off just jerking off, and then, you involve the sex toys, and then finally, you sort of branch out into doing the actual sex, right?
So would you kiss the boy, or would you just let him jam it inside you?
Probably just jam it inside. Because here's the thing.
Now, what if he wanted a blowjob?
I don't...
I like that you're thinking about it.
Yeah, now, you see, this crosses over with a different fetish of mine, which is mind control. So, like, in that
how does
circumstance...
that cross over at all?
Well,
what does that have to do with sucking a dick?
The reason I like mind control is because of, like, the loss of power, the loss of control of the situation. So if I was being forced to do it, then it would be sexy. Yeah, that would be probably sexy.
You want to get raped. You don't want to rape somebody.
Yeah, I could imagine myself enjoying that in a perverse way.
Hey, ladies, if you ever wanted to rape somebody, size available, I guess.
Indeed.
I don't know. Is that what we're saying here? Is that legal to say?
No, I don't think that's what we're saying. Because in that circumstance, I would... Okay, here's the thing about, like, gender-bending porn and whatnot. Like, when I'm the enjoyment that I derive from that, it's not, like, thinking about the guy. It's thinking about me as a girl experiencing that pleasure, right? So, like, when I'm jerking off to it, it's never about the guy doing it. It's about the experience that I'm having in that body, right?
So you jerk off thinking about getting fucked by a guy, but you're not thinking about the guy.
Exactly that.
I was saying that facetiously, and you agreed. So
that is exactly what I was saying. You summed it up perfectly. Thank you.
Okay, keep going. I want to hear more. My dick's hard. I'm half-mast over here.
Seriously, you're only at half-mast? I'm already gone. I've blown my load twice so far.
Oh, fuck.
You're slow on the uptake, dude.
You disguise your voice so well through your orgasm.
Indeed. Well, I do it so much that I don't really get, my voice doesn't quaver anymore. When you get to, like, your 50th time that day, suddenly it stops being special.
Yeah, and it starts just, like, spitting out blood.
Exactly. Except that sounds awful.
Okay, Sai, here's the moral quandary for you.
Uh-huh.
So you wake up in the body of another girl, some girl.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider it to be, invading her privacy, or to essentially be molesting or raping her by taking advantage of her body and having sex with random men and fondling her tits and massaging her little bean? Would that be considered rape in your mind, or are you okay with just, violating another person's personal space and sexual being with your disgusting kinky fetish?
Okay, I think it depends on the circumstances. Like, am I possessing them, or have we done a traditional body swap?
You probably traded.
Okay, yeah, because if they traded, then I know for a fact they're doing the same fucking thing in my body. So...
If a girl wakes up in your body, she's probably going to be hanging from a noose in about 5 minutes.
She's going to cry and then just kill herself.
Yeah, she'll be dead.
No, hey, listen, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm a fucking stud these days. So, girls out there, you would be winning the fucking lottery to wake up in my body, okay?
Yep. And think of all that white privilege you would have. Male privilege.
Exactly.
Now that you have white male privilege, people are just going to, like, hand you jobs on a golden platter. You'll be handed, money and opportunities. Your life will be perfect. Congratulations, girl. You did it.
And you'll be making like $1 billion off of YouTube, which is how much money I make, right?
Yeah.
So what more could you want?
No longer will you have to deal with being a woman in American society where men offer you dates and food for free in exchange just to spend time with them. Oh, what a terrible existence you must have lived. Now, finally, you have the opportunity to waste your money on a woman just to sit down and eat dinner with her. Congratulations, you won. Congratulations.
And think about all the
Congratulations.
Suffering. Congratulations. I've never actually seen Evangelion, but I know the scene you're talking about.
Everybody knows the meme.
Yes. So I was going to say something, then it slipped my mind. Oh, yeah. So while, the girl's enjoying all the white privilege that comes from being in my body,
I'm male privilege. Maybe she was already white.
Yeah, well, you see, I will have lost my
anime,
YouTube
this only
channel.
happens to Japanese people, so maybe she's never been white before.
That's a good point. So, I mean, I will have lost my YouTube channel then. Like, they'll be making all the money off, all the billions of dollars that I make per month off of it.
Oh, man.
So suddenly,
that
I'm
$80
going to have...
Patreon, how are you going to live without it?
Exactly. So, I'm going to have to fucking, like, prostitute myself in order just to, pay rent and, make do.
Wait. You can make money as a woman doing the most pleasurable thing on earth?
I know. It's crazy to think about.
What an oppressed people, those poor women.
I know.
It's like telling me I could get paid to eat chicken wings. Oh man, I would feel so oppressed. I would probably cry. What a hard life.
Okay, well, the parallel I can think of is what if the chicken wings were gross and nasty? They've been left out for 5 days.
They're incels who couldn't get laid otherwise.
Exactly, because the really fresh chicken wings, no one has to pay you to eat those. You just do. So if you're getting paid, it's probably because you're eating the chicken wings that have been on the floor for 5 weeks and have flies and mold and shit, right? So same, I would imagine, with prostitution.
You convinced me, Sai. Maybe the life of a prostitute isn't as glamorous as I imagined.
Yes.
Your chicken wing metaphor convinced me. All right, Sai, we need to go dive deeper. So, what specifically about becoming a girl? Is it just a new experience that you enjoy, or is it you get to suck dicks? What's up?
Well, all of those, obviously. But also a fucking digibro. I'm bringing him into the conversation because I think he would very much agree with this point. Yeah,
I hate that guy.
I know, I do too, but don't worry. Because he expressed this opinion perfectly in one of his Legend of Zelda Let's Plays, and it's one of those things where I've never felt like a human being has understood me or where I'm coming from more in my entire life.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah,
I feel like this is going to be the biggest cringe of the episode, so please continue.
Okay, so I've never felt like anyone has ever understood me as well as he did in that one moment where he's talking about, if you look it up on fucking YouTube, it's called Digibro Wants to Be a Lowly or some shit. And it's talking about how he would enjoy just having the aesthetic of a little girl, right? Where he thinks that's the best aesthetic visually that a person could possibly have.
Now, just because I've been part of the procrastinators for a while,
I've
heard the word aesthetic
you've absorbed the
used.
autism.
I've heard the word aesthetic used too many times. Can we get a decent summary of what the word means? Because I've heard it used in a spectrum of ways that I'm pretty sure don't exist.
Fair enough.
Does aesthetic just mean the visual?
Yeah, the frilly dresses, the cute clothes, stuff like that, right?
Okay, so it's not like some internal aesthetic of being this thing. It's just the way you can dress and look.
Exactly. They're it's been a long-held belief of mine that there are so many anime characters I would just love to cosplay, but I fucking can't because it seems like all the cool designs in anime are the girls, right? So, fucking Nymph, Megumin, I would love to cosplay those, but unfortunately, in my, fucking current body, I would look, you've seen those people at conventions who sort of, crossplay ironically, so you get, the really fat, fucking Rems and shit. With beards running down their faces and 6 chins and shit, but they're in a maid outfit and carrying a mace and it's ironically cute. No, I want to be, I want the actual aesthetic. I want to obtain that. I want to be able to have that, right? So
why?
That is also
why do you want to be a cute 6-year-old girl? What's the appeal?
Because right now I'm fucking gross, right? So,
no, you just said you're hot and skinny, and any girl would be lucky to be here.
Compared to a lowly. Keep up, Mumkey. Keep up. For a guy, I am the pinnacle of masculinity, and, fucking Michelangelo's David has nothing on me. So
true.
But
that's fair.
Even Michelangelo's David does not compare to a lowly.
Sai, what's the fucking specific appeal other than comparing it to yourself in your current state? Why, of all things, do you want to be a 6-year-old girl? Why?
Because they're cute. And I want to be cute.
A puppy is cute. A kitten is cute. Why a girl who is 6?
Well,
what do you want out of it? Do you want to go suck some dick? You want to play with your little 6-year-old clit? That's fucking disgusting.
I don't know. That sounds like a pretty good time.
Okay. I think I just walked into an anime convention and I don't know where the exit is.
Pretty much.
What do you think's gonna happen? You gotta go to kindergarten and play in a coloring book and learn shapes and shit?
Oh man, I cannot tell you how many times I've wished I could just fucking
have
go
no
back
power.
there. This is true.
I wouldn't want to be a 6-year-old of any gender. If I could choose any age, I'd probably just be like, you know what? Make me 25. I'll just be 25. That's fine. I'm in the peak athletic condition. You know, I'm probably as smart as I'm ever going to be. And it's only downhill from here. So just keep me 25 forever. 6-year-old, they have no power. They can't drive. They can't go to Walmart and buy Super Soaker to shoot people with piss. They can't do shit.
Yes, but here's the thing. You can get your parents to go there and buy the Super Soaker for you. Like, suddenly you don't have to work. You have no responsibilities anymore. You can just do whatever the fuck you want to all day. You don't have to fucking make videos in and out, make shitty 10 TYDKs just to make money, just to pay fucking rent.
You and me do YouTube as our careers. Pretty much 80% of our time is free time, and this is miserable. You have to admit it. Half the time, you're just bored and you wish you had, like, meaning in your life, some semblance of meaning or belonging. But no, you just sit behind your fucking computer all day, miserable, nothing but free time. You play video games, it means nothing to you. You watch anime, it means nothing to you. You watch a movie, you can't even look at the movie for more than 5 minutes without scrolling through your phone, looking at Twitter, looking at your YouTube comments. Oh, did anybody try to contact me today? Oh, I have all this celebrity, I have all these thousands of subscribers. Maybe somebody wants to actually have a human interaction and communication with me today. Oh, nobody did. It's just another shit post. It's just another fucking mean comment. Okay, I guess I'll make another video to entertain these fucking mongrels. My whole life is just entertaining these idiots who do nothing for me, but give me one additional view count on my stupid fucking anime review video. That's the life you want to live? Just carefree, nothing, no commitments, no nothing. That's what you want to do, is be a 6-year-old girl? Huh? You want you want to be unrestrained? Because true freedom is to be forced into a job. Because then, when you have a job, you truly appreciate your free time. When you have nothing but free time, it's miserable because there's no restraints. You know, it's your own fault for being bored because you can't find something to do. But when you have a job, at least you can spend those 8 hours a day thinking, oh, when I get home, I can do this, I can watch this, I can do that, and it'll be fun. But guess what? When you have nothing but free time, it's fucking hell on earth.
You know, Mumkey, you've completely convinced me. I've forgotten all about whatever the fuck we were just talking about. All previous fetishes, you know, desires, wants of mine, completely erased in the blink of an eye by that one beautiful speech. And I agree. I think I'm going to go get a job at fucking, you know, Walmart right now, just to hopefully find some fulfillment in my life. And you should join me. So, Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last day on the internet.
Yeah, we did it. We're free.
We're free. I know. I'm so happy. I've never been this happy before. I cannot wait to start working in the fucking checkout line, cleaning the bathrooms. Oh, it's going to be so great.
All right, so I think we're near the end. I need to, I guess, if you have any final arguments to convince me, you know, throw them out there, and then I'll say whether or not I'm into this fetish.
Well, lolies are cute, so who wouldn't want to be a loli?
No.
That's, I think, the best argument anyone could have.
I think we're going to have to do a separate episode about lolies to convince me to get into that, because I'm definitely not into that. But just purely for the scientific discovery of realizing what it feels like to stick my index and middle finger up inside my wet gooch, and to feel what it feels like to flick that motherfucking bean. I think I would like to gender bend a little bit to see what it's like to feel those pleasure spots on the female body.
Indeed.
But otherwise, I don't
Best
really see
case scenario is the Ranma 1/2 scenario, where you fall into the cursed spring of Jusenkyo, and every time you get splashed with cold water, you turn into a girl, and every time you get splashed with hot water, you turn into a guy. So you can, like, choose what you want to be on a day-to-day basis. It's fucking great. We should all just fucking take a trip to China and just go jump in that fucking pool.
Is that a real thing? Does that actually happen?
Did you seriously just ask me that?
All right, Sai, what are you going to try to get me into next time? What's your next weird anime fetish?
I don't know. We could go mind control. We could go possession. I mean, there are so many different, like, avenues.
How's possession any different from what we just talked about?
Well, possession...
Are they aware of what's happening?
Okay. Yes, that's the fun part. Or we can go, like, mind control.
That's the fun part?
Yeah. The fun part is
twisted.
Seeing, like, the power completely taken away from them, right?
That's just rape.
Yes, but it's rape they have no control over. It's great. Who wouldn't want to do that?
No, that's normal rape too.
Well,
okay, so next
they
episode,
can, punch you in the dick and run away or some shit then. But with possession, you're inside their body.
Yeah, if only. Okay, next episode is Sai tries to get Mumkey into rape, I guess.
Indeed, yep.
That should be pretty good.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
All right, folks. Thanks for sticking around. Let's get those 1,000 dislikes. Don't be stingy. If you're listening to this, it takes a second. Just hit that dislike button.
Yes, hit the dislike button if you haven't already in like a fit of disgust by like the 2-minute mark of this fucking podcast.
Yep. Alrighty, for Sai Tries to Get Mumkey into X, I've been Mumkey.
And I've been Mumkey.
No, see ya.
Bye.